welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm actually going to be answering some of your dilemmas. Last Q&A you guys seemed to really like, and I did mention in that video that I was thinking to do one of these, which is like you guys send in your problems, and it's basically like an agony aunt style video. I personally love watching these. I find it really sweet how a lot of you guys message me for some like advice and stuff. Not that I'm claiming to be like the queen of advice at all. But sometimes when you share your problem, a problem shared is a problem halved. If it makes some of you guys feel better to get things off your chest and listen to a little bit of an opinion or advice at the same time, then yeah, I would love to try my best to help. I'm also just going to be putting on some makeup at the same time. I'm actually going out for dinner tonight. I'm going to be doing very minimal like summer makeup because it's so warm outside today, and even though it's now 5 o'clock, it's still really warm, and I just don't really want to wear like loads of makeup. Disclaimer, I'm not saying go and do what I say at all. I'm just sort of giving what I would do in that situation. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Please let me know if you like these videos because I'll definitely do more. Let's get into the dilemmas. I'm not actually going to talk you through the products that I use, but I'll link them down below. Okay, let's start with an easy one. Well, they're all going to be easy answers for me because I'm not in the situation, but this is quite a light-hearted one. I don't know whether to quit my job or go travelling. It's very easy to be like, life's too short, just go travelling, don't worry about anything else. But of course, you know, I know it's not that easy for most people. You can't just had to pack up and leave. Some people have like a lot more complications than just a job, you know. I don't know, maybe they don't want to leave their family behind. I think overall, I would definitely say if you want to go travelling, try and find a way around it, because I feel like that is a big regret that you could live with if you don't ever decide to do it. Break it down, see if it's doable, maybe chat to your job, because some jobs I know do sort of say, yeah, go travelling for 6 months and your job will be here waiting for you when you get back. Obviously a lot of jobs aren't like that. You could always work whilst you travel. That's definitely a good option if you are worried about not having money, obviously if you quit your job. But yeah, I'd say overall definitely try to find a solution in that, because I think traveling for me personally, I just prefer like going on holidays and coming home. But if you are someone who wants to travel, I just think you'll always have that bug, and especially I'm assuming this person's quite young. Do it whilst we're young. Like, it just depends how much you want to do it, because if you can't stop thinking about it, just do it. And you can always get another job if your other job doesn't take you back. If you've already got a job, then I'm sure you won't find it too hard to get another one when you get home. So yeah, I would say go for it. The next one is, I don't know how to make friends in my 20s. I've actually had a few of these. Okay, there's how to meet a guy in your 20s as well. 25 and don't know how to make friends. Okay, so making friends as you get older is definitely harder, because obviously when you're young, you're at school, and school is like the main place to meet friends, I feel like, as you grow up, because obviously everyone's your age and you're with them every day, and it's kind of inevitable that you make friends at school. I know not everybody does. I think as you're younger, you're a lot more carefree and, I don't know, I guess just more like innocent to people around you. I think it can be quite daunting in our 20s or even older, 30s, 40s, to make friends, because a lot of people have their friends, and I think obviously like going into jobs and stuff is definitely a good way to make friends. But if you don't have that, I would definitely say like join a club or a community, or even like something like the gym. Like, you could definitely meet people. As you get older, making friends is almost like dating. It sounds really weird, but it is definitely harder as you're older, but it's obviously doable. I think you do just need to put yourself a little bit more out there. I know that Bumble actually have part of their app is like tailored to making friends instead of dating, so you can actually just meet people on there that you want to be friends with, which I think is a really cool idea, because obviously that must work for some people. On the same sort of genre, I guess online, like I know a lot of people make friends online nowadays. Like there's so many people I've met through my job and Instagram. With Instagram and social media, you can almost know everything about somebody and feel like you know them. So yeah, it is great in so many ways, and I know that so many people have made such good friendships through social media, so that's a really good one as well. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I think friends is something that are always going to be there, whether you meet them in your 20s, 30s, 40s. Like some of my mum's closest friends, she met like when she had kids, because they had kids and then they met at school and stuff. So even though a lot of people meet friends when they are, how many times we're going to say friends, even though a lot of people meet people when they are young, it's not just that time to make friends. Okay, there's a few about being cheated on. Someone put about her boyfriend cheating on her. I can't find it again. And she's taken him back, but she doesn't trust him. This is a really difficult one. I personally haven't been cheated on before, so I can't really give too much of an opinion, because I know that it's different when it happens to you. I know that all of a sudden your opinion, your like what you think you would do changes for a lot of people. I like to think that, God forbid it ever did happen to me, I would completely cut the person off. And I honestly do believe I would, because I don't think I'd be able to have any trust again. I personally don't ever think that trust will be the same. Yes, you can probably build it back up, and people definitely do, and they completely get over it. But I think it's quite common for that trust to go. Obviously, like to be betrayed once, I think you would always worry that it would happen again. I think it's completely down to the individual couple, because some people might be able to just say, let's draw a line under it, it's happened, you've apologized, you've owned up to it, and we can like get over this, I never want to talk about it again. And then other people, it might play on their mind, they might not be able to sleep, they might not be able to let their partner back out again, and worrying and being on edge and just being a little bit paranoid, I guess. But obviously they have the right to be. If you are becoming like a really paranoid person, you're really like, the trust is just gone, I don't know how it can work. I guess give it time. If you do really want to work at it, then do. But I think you can only give yourself so much time to try and work through it. And then if that's not working, I just don't know if it's worth it for your own like sanity. But again, that's my personal opinion. I think it depends on every situation. So yeah, it's a horrible thing, cheating. Okay, I'm 16, I've never had a boyfriend and never done anything with a boy. Is this bad? Absolutely not. I hate when young girls feel pressured. It shouldn't be what people expect. I remember at school there was so much pressure for girls. I feel like girls definitely more than boys. I don't know why. Yeah, like I would feel so much pressure. I think at the age of like 14 I hadn't kissed a boy, and I don't think I even realized that at the time. But yeah, now looking back, like I just remember people would make you feel really bad for that type of thing, and I just hate it. I hate the fact that kids probably still go through that now. I mean, I'm reading this question, but please, please, please don't feel any pressure. Honestly, the best thing I ever did was not having a boyfriend in my teenage years. I mean, at the time, I think I really, really wanted one. But everything happens for a reason, right? I'm so glad I didn't. I got to focus on everything but boys. I didn't have like any sort of relationship with a guy until I was like in my 20s really. And I cannot express how much, for me personally, I'm grateful that I didn't have a boyfriend before that. I feel like I just really got to focus on like being young and just like my friends and really innocent things. I don't think I grew up too quickly. I mean, again, it's so different to every single person. Some people have boyfriends when they're like 13 and it's like the best thing ever. I'm so glad that that wasn't the case, because yeah, I just didn't have to. I feel like having a boyfriend at that age is quite a lot of pressure and stress that you just don't really need. Yeah, please do not feel bad if you're not involved with boys at the age of 16. It's so young, and I know it sounds kind of patronizing to hear that because you don't feel young, you feel like you're growing up, and you are, but you just don't need to grow up so quickly. And even if all of your friends have boyfriends, please, please, please do not feel like the odd one out, because you're not. Just enjoy being a teenager, being at school, having no responsibilities. You shouldn't feel pressure at any age to have that. When it happens for you, it will happen, but especially in your teenage years, just enjoy being young. And yeah, even though I feel like a complete adult now, I'm definitely not. I know that like my sisters, for example, probably look at me and think I'm a baby, so it's definitely relative, but 16 is still really young. Okay, I worry about not being able to ever have babies, but I've never been told that. I have anxiety about it. Okay, this is a really interesting one actually, because anxiety is a very real thing and it's scary how much it can affect you. Anxiety about health is like a completely different ball game with anxiety, because I think you start to imagine things as you start to worry about them, like being sort of like a hypochondriac. I'm definitely sometimes a hypochondriac. If I think something's wrong, I'll start to imagine all of these symptoms that are not there. First of all, if you've never been told anything that could indicate you having problems getting pregnant in the future, then why would you worry about it? I know that that's very easy to say, but I love a quote that is, control the controllable. So when things are completely out of your control, which they are right now because you're not even sure whether that's the case, worrying about them is only wasting time and worries, because there's absolutely nothing you can do. The only thing is that you could do is go to the doctors and probably get some sort of check. I'm assuming you can have tests like that can check fertility and stuff. So if that will really put your mind at ease, then definitely have that done. Worst case scenario, that is the case, there are so many options for fertility, and I can't even go into them because I'm completely clueless to a lot of them. But obviously there's so many treatments you can have, and you know, different methods if you do want to have a baby. That is just something that I can't really advise on because I don't know enough about it. But in terms of anxiety about things that you don't even know are true, just practice thinking about the fact that you can't do anything about it. Anxiety makes sense when you have the power and you can change things and you can do something about something, but when it's completely unknown to you and out of your control, it's kind of just a waste of a worry. I really hope that makes sense. But yeah, if you are really worried, then definitely just go and maybe do a little bit of research. Don't worry about things that you don't even know have happened, because imagine one day you just fall pregnant, you'll think, what is all this stress about, you know? Okay, I'm gonna do one more. I feel like I look really pale, but this is a very natural makeup look. So deciding on what to do career-wise, as I have so many interests and not sure what I want to do. I'm 24. I feel like going into a career is always a stress for a lot of people, most people I'd say, especially when, you know, at school and stuff, you're being asked what career you want to do at like 16, 17. Like, that is so young, and I don't know how anyone actually knows. I had no idea. I sort of just fell into what I'm doing now. I think it's really good that you have interests though, because a lot of people don't have any interests and don't know what, like, don't even know where to start. I think having interests is definitely a great place to start. What I would do is make like a big mind map and jot down all of your interests and see if any of them link. I don't know, organising might link to travel, so then both of those go together and is like air hostess, travel agent. There's so many, like, I would sit here for a whole video and talk about how you could like link careers, but I would just jot them all down and then I maybe do like a top 3 of things that you love to do, and then I would just job search for all of those interests and see if there's anything out there that catches your eye. Whilst you're job searching, there might even be something else that you're like, that sounds really cool, and it was never even on my list, but that actually sounds like I'd love to do that. I would just do loads of research and just jot things down, see what's out there, because you might come across something that you think you would have never loved to do, but seeing it as a job and like where it is and the hours, I think everything's dependent in a job, and there's definitely things that you probably need in a job and things that you would also like in a job. So it's sort of prioritizing what is most important to you. I know on places like LinkedIn you can chat to people at certain jobs and stuff and see how they're liking it. So yeah, I would just sort of have a little brainstorm. I'm done with the makeup. This is very simple. I basically just wanted a little bit of coverage and just sort of spice up my face a little bit. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Hope I was helpful. I feel like I haven't been that helpful, but if you like this, I'll definitely do another one and you guys can send in more. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you're new, and please let me know any other videos you want to see from me. I will see you in my next video. Bye.